Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about things I really like about the 02 V6 Firebird. And I'll start off with just how it looks. I mean, I think it looks pretty sweet. You know, you don't make anything that looks like this these days. And what I miss about modern cars, what I miss about old cars in modern cars is the profile of it. Look at the side profile. I mean, that's just sweet looking. You got the long hood, the low roof, it's a hatchback. I mean, it looks cool. You just don't get that today. But so with the exception of the looks, let's get into some other things I like about it, and that's just the interior design. Quality's not very good, but I like the design of it a lot. It's very simple, and I like the circular vents and stuff. I think it looks really cool. It's very easy to navigate, very easy to get used to. There's not a whole lot going on, so from a driver's standpoint, this is pretty sweet. And even once you get inside, I like the room this car offers. I'm 6'1" and quite heavy, and I can fit in here and reach all the controls, and I'm just fine. I'm perfectly comfortable. The seats, they give you quite a bit of support, and they're very comfortable too, especially the cloth ones. Very, very comfortable. I like especially on the V6 cars, I like the shifter placement a lot. I actually like it better than my Trans Am. So shifter placement's perfect, radio placement, great. One thing I don't like about the interior is the cup holder gets kind of in the way whenever you go to shift. So that's kind of stupid, but you do get the cool little pop-out cup holder here. See, you pop that thing out. That's pretty neat, in my opinion. But another thing I like about it is the overall cargo capacity. Which, you think for a sports car, you're not going to get a lot of cargo capacity, but you get all kinds of cargo capacity. It's a big hatchback, and these back seats fold flat. So I mean, I've put a full-size mountain bike in a Firebird before, and it worked, So it's pretty cool that you can fit this much stuff in a Firebird. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome. So cargo capacity, definitely a plus for the 4th gen and 3rd gen. They're about the same. And another thing I like about this car is it being a manual. Now, manual F-bodies are kind of tricky to find compared to something like a manual Mustang, where like most Mustangs seem to be manuals, but F-bodies are kind of tricky to find in manual, so I'm definitely glad I got a manual. Especially because the 4L60 is not the greatest transmission ever made. The gauge setup's kind of disappointing, but it works. It gets the job done. I like the pop-up headlights for how they look. Don't exactly like how they function, but it is what it is. Another thing I love about this car is, from a daily driver standpoint, you cannot beat the 3800. 30 miles a gallon, incredibly cheap parts. I mean, it is a dream of a daily driver engine. Is it the fastest thing out there? No, but it gets the job done, and it does it very, very cheaply, very reliably as well. So 3800 might be the gem of this car right here. It's a little tricky to get to, but I mean, it's a really solid engine. I love these engines. I've had a few of them. My dad's had a few of them. My grandpa's had a few of them. My uncle's everybody's had a few of them in my family. We love this engine. Absolutely love it. Now, another thing I like about this car, and a lot of people don't like it, but one thing I really like about it is the plastic body panels. Now, in this car, everything except the hood and the rear quarter panels is actually fiberglass composite. I think the doors are just plastic, or the doors are fiberglass, the fenders are plastic, bumpers are obviously plastic, the roof is a composite thing, so I mean, spoiler is some kind of composite as well. But it's people, it kind of a pain when you get in an accident or get a ding or something, because you can't really fix it. You have to buy a whole new panel. But what I have found is that these plastic panels, they don't really get dinged. The rear quarters do. This one's got a couple of dings, but these are metal. You can actually fix these like normal. But what I like about these panels is that they don't rust. And in Michigan, that's a big deal, because you see all the trucks with all the steel panels and stuff, they're all rusted out, and all the old cars are all rusted out. Well, this thing is 20 years old, been in Michigan its whole life, and still looks brand new. I mean, look at this thing. It's 100,000 miles. It hasn't been babied or anything. It's just the plastic panels still look that good. Now, the one downside of the plastic panels is they don't exactly fit together very well. As you can see, there's like some rubbing going on there, but overall, I'd much rather take that than rust. So plastic panels, definitely a win. But yeah, I mean, I like this car a lot. I've owned it for 2 years now. It's been a while. But I really like it. The back end, the taillights, I mean, everybody knows those taillights. They look sweet. This one, unfortunately, don't match. The previous owner swapped a darker one in, and that's kind of weird, but maybe I'll get to that one day. But overall, I really like this car. The fender vents, really, really cool looking. I mean, they're not functional at all, but on a V6 Firebird, I don't think you're ever doing enough braking to justify fender vents. But I think they look cool. And I really like the nostrils on the front for the intake. And they actually are functional. I mean, people get the misconception that the Ram Air cars are the only cars that have functional nostrils, but that's not true. All Firebirds draw air from those nostrils. And the Ram Air hood, Ram Air hood doesn't really actually do very much at all. I mean, it looks really cool. I'd like to get a Ram Air hood on my Trans Am, but Ram Air hood doesn't actually do much for performance. But I mean, it does look sweet. But this, I think this hook looks great too, and it does actually draw in air from those vents, so that's cool. You know, and I like the front end. It's a mean looking front end, and I mean the car looks a lot faster than it actually is. It's 200 horsepower, 225 pound-feet of torque, weighs about 3,200 pounds, and I mean it moves out. It gets out of its own way, but compared to most modern cars, you know, a new V6 Impala would slap this thing all over. But I mean, this thing does it. This thing does it looking a whole lot cooler. But yeah, I mean, I like this car a lot. Put quite a few miles on it actually. This was my daily driver for a long time. But yeah, it's my third 4th gen. Had a 95 Trans Am, an 01 Trans Am, and an 02 Firebird. This one. So, I mean, I definitely like my Trans Am more, but for a daily driver and the price, you cannot beat the price of these things. I got this car for real cheap, and there's plenty of other people out there who have as well. I mean, they basically give these things away just because people want the V8, right? If you're gonna get a sports car, you want to go fast, but if you want a sporty daily driver, I mean, you can't really beat this. I mean, just look at it. Just look at the thing. It looks sweet. It looks absolutely awesome. I think this looks better than a new Camaro, and it's a 30th of the price. So you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. So yeah, I mean, that's what I like about it. I like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I guess that about covers it. Thanks for watching, guys.